So the CPI data report came out today, and this is everything that you need to know about it. CPI came in lower than what was expected. NASDAQ market reacted in a very positive way, and this is all before the FOMC meeting that's at 2 p.m. Eastern time or 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, I'll leave it up to you guys. If you guys want me to go live, make sure you get this video to over 1,000 likes before 2 p.m. Eastern time. If not, again, don't worry about it. I just won't go live. But again, make sure you subscribe and turn on your post notifications. Overall, again, Fed Rate Monitor tool is telling us that there's a 98.5% probability that the Federal Reserve is going to pause. So even with the CPI data report coming in lower than what is expected at that 3.3% versus the forecast of 3.4%, the Federal Reserve, according to that Fed Rate Monitor tool, is still expecting them to pause. So that's essentially what it's telling us. One of the things that you have to remind yourself is, again, the CPI data report is just one of the different major, I would say, economic reports that the Federal Reserve pays attention to try to determine, hey, is it time for us to begin to cut interest rates, or should we continue to pause? Jerome Powell has spoke about this before, and I'm really interested to see what he has to say today, because maybe his tone might change. But before, it was expected that they won't even begin to cut interest rates until November of 2024. Now maybe he could be a little bit more confident. And if he shares that within any of his speeches today, which will begin at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, then that can be quite interesting, because that would be very interesting to see how the market might react if he begins to say that, hey, we might begin to cut interest rates as soon as next month or in 2 months. Anything sooner than November can cause the market to go even higher, believe it or not. But yeah, the inflation report for CPI for the month of May came with no change. So what that's telling us is that in the past 12 months, we have not seen a month like this, where based off of everything that was taken into consideration for overall CPI, there was not an increase for the month of May for 2024. That is what was reported. Core CPI also saw a drop from, I think, 3.7 down to 3.4%. So core CPI, which is the main focus from the Federal Reserve, has been making a steady decline month after month after month, and the month of May was definitely a strong one, bringing it down to 3.4%, and overall CPI down to 3.3%. So one of the biggest contributors to why inflation went down so much was the energy sector. I mean, we literally had like gasoline, all types, seen a drop of 3.6%. And then we also have energy commodities down 3.5%. So that definitely helped out a lot, because if energy prices went down, regardless if the other areas went up, they didn't outweigh how much the energy sector went down. And that's why we saw a break even or no change for the month of May that was reported today, and the month of June for 2024. But other than that, just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware. In about 1 hour and 28 minutes, we're going to have the FOMC rate decision be released. The market should instantly react, and we'll see. Will the market continue to go higher for longer? Right now, the NASDAQ market, Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, pretty much all sitting at all-time highs. We will see. Will they continue to rally, or based off of what is reported, will the markets begin to drop? It should be a very interesting day, to say the least. And I also wanted to share with you guys, I ended up going long for a position on GameStop. I first went short. I shorted this thing on the way down, and then now it's finding its support and beginning to indicate signs of a reversal. So now I went long on it. I'm up about $8,400 so far. We'll see if we could hit that $10,000 mark as it begins to indicate signs of a recovery. But if you're part of my LPP team, I'll make sure that I keep you guys up to date. If you're not part of my LPP team just yet, remember, I trade live with them every morning. I traded live with them this morning. They got to see me actively short GameStop, and that was all during our live trading session, which is the second link in the description down below if you want to sign up today, and you can watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow when the market opens. Don't forget to drop a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.